Tamil politics for a long time, it is a politics that was based on vulgarity, especially the DMK politics. Kalinger Karunanidhi, for whatever we speak about him, he walked, he travelled, he slept in the roadside areas. He travelled, he took money, 1 paisa, 10 paisa, 1 rupee, 2 rupee. That's how the 1949 to 1967, the growth happened. Udayanidhi Stalin comes. Cinema actor, golden spoon, comes in the ivory tower. You speak the same language, I am going to annihilate Sanatana Dharma. That is why you see the revolt. Anybody in Indian politics should learn from A. Rajaji how to do politics. When he's on the back foot, when the corruption is coming on him, he doesn't want people to talk corruption about him. He will shift it to Sanatana Dharma. That I will not wear a skull cap. Neither will I tell my Muslim friends to wear a vibhuti. Because if I wear that skull cap for that 110 microseconds because I have to come in photo to say that, oh, you are my friends, I don't want to be that kind of politician. And saying that, oh, Modi ji doesn't wear a skull cap means Modi ji is anti-Muslim. That should be the biggest joke of 21st century. When somebody says, I am going to cut PM to pieces, you want me to answer rationally, madam? Oh, no, sir, you can't cut PM to pieces. He has got SPG security. He has got 4-layer security. You are such some small man in Tamil Nadu. You don't even belong to the dirt that is in Modi ji's nail. So please move away. I have to reply in a certain way where they have to make sure next time the same language should not come in their mouth, madam. Tamil Nadu, when the political change has to happen, you have to defeat the ecosystem. The candidates are mere tools of an ecosystem. And Coimbatore is one such seat where the ecosystem is at play. 2019 was not a great year because the message was mixed. And our language and our alliance partners' language were very different. Modi ji is an opening batsman. He has hit 6s and 4s. And he has given you 200 runs, he has gone. And again he'll come back. But 150 is you have to score.
How many seats do you see?
Madam, if you want to ask me a number, I would say double digit, very honestly.
Why is it that your party members always make fun when Rahul Gandhi goes to the temple?
You cannot become an Amar Akbar Antony just before elections. And people read through you. You become an Amar in one state, Akbar in one state, Antony in one state, depending on which state has got a character.
Namaste, Jai Hind. Welcome to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel and sharing the conversations with people who you think will benefit from listening or watching these conversations. My guest today is no stranger to the ANI podcast. He featured in episode 35 in January 2023. Annamalai Kuppuswamy is now contesting the Lok Sabha elections from Coimbatore. Annamalai, former civil servant turned politician, is the youngest person to become the BJP's president in the Tamil Nadu state unit. The state sends 39 members of parliament, and for decades now the MPs are from AIADMK or DMK, with the Congress and Communists having marginal presence. Polling for 39 Lok Sabha seats will be held in the first phase on April 19th. The BJP did not win a single seat from Tamil Nadu in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. But now it's Annamalai all the way round who's drawing attention. So let's see what's in store for Annamalai and the DMK. Congratulations, Annamalai sir. Thank you for coming to the podcast.
Thank you.
Now, between last time that you were here and this time, there is so much difference in your career path. The Padayatra has happened and now the battle for Kovai. So it's going to be like Dravidian parties all out, making it a prestige battle. Annamalai has to be defeated at any cost. How do you see this battle?
Thank you, madam. The room hasn't changed. You haven't changed. ANA hasn't changed. It is still the same excellent organization. Thank you for giving me one more opportunity to come here. Very happy to be here. Madam, firstly, I should thank the party for nominating me as a Karyakarta from Coimbatore. Of course, Coimbatore has become a very important battle now. And I'm seeing the social media from yesterday. All sorts of people have jumped in now. They say that defeating Annamalai is the single biggest joy for them on June 4th. But for me, I go into this seat with all humility, madam. This is a very important seat. And one of our country's growth engine seat. And I go with all humility. And I just have to be an ambassador for Modi ji and represent the people there properly. So I'm not bothered by all the noise that is made. Neither am I going to be very aggressive. People can make all sorts of comments. But I'm very clear. The people of Coimbatore are very rational. They're very logical. They look very long term. And India's first finance minister came from Coimbatore. And it's a long history. So noises be noises, madam, but I'm very confident that this time BJP will deliver, not only in Coimbatore, in Tamil Nadu as well.
Noise, you say, because that is typical of Tamil Nadu politics. Lot of noise, lot of color, lot of everything is bigger than normal. Like what you see in other states. No, Tamil Nadu is like into two always.
Maybe into 3, 4 I'll keep it, madam. You are being very kind to us. So generally the drama, the stage, the movie culture, larger than life personalities, money power, muscle power. So Tamil Nadu is always like that. The scene is always grand. At the same time, the politics is always people do with humility also. There is also another end. But unfortunately, because of the noise, this set of people get drowned. But I believe 2024 is a very open field, more than any other elections in Tamil Nadu. 2024, I'm sure the rest of India will get to see the humble and people who are working in the grassroots, not bothered by the aura of money power, muscle power. I hope this election should portray a different side of Tamil Nadu politics to the rest of the country, madam.
Well, you were saying that it is, the humility and being humble, all that is coming. The accusation against your party is that, I'm not saying just Tamil Nadu, I'm saying nationally, the accusation everywhere is that it's become very arrogant because of being in power for 10 years. That humility, which was part of, a natural opposition party, which BJP used to be, like, being out of power, which was the humility comes from being out of power. But now, being in power for 2 terms, there is an arrogance in your party. Do you agree with that?
There is generally a mistaken assumption between confidence and aggression. And BJP, of course, is a confident party and still maintains its roots. It is not going to change from the ethos of what the party is. And Modi ji has changed a bit from being a pracharak to a chief minister to a prime minister now. He's still the same person. Maybe I think a world's leader, but is so down to the soil. So opposition parties want to mistake a confidence as an aggression or as a party that is going beyond from where it came from. I feel very sorry for them. And BJP is still the same. The opposition parties, instead of looking at their own performance, looking at setting their own house in order, they just want to attach these big labels to BJP. Again, 2024 elections will teach them a lesson, madam.
So now that you bring Mr. Modi and about Pracharak, I have to show you this video which of Mr. Modi and you, which became so viral. So, like, what was happening out here, you tell me. He was patting you on the back and then he held your hand and it was like, bahut badhiya, he says. Like, I can lip sync. He said, bahut badhiya out here, right? This was one thing which went like viral. So what happened there? Tell me what happened in this video.
This is the culmination of our Yatra, Enman, Makkal, the last constituency, and the event was happening in Palladam. And Prime Minister was kind enough to come to attend the last concluding session of our Yatra. I think it was a massive gathering of people, huge number. The passion, sheer passion and energy was so high. I haven't seen that in Tamil Nadu for a long time, madam. Modi ji knows Tamil Nadu. As a pracharak, he has stayed in Tamil Nadu. Ekta Yatra, he led from Tamil Nadu. And he has also visited Tamil Nadu at different points of time. So Modi ji is also seeing this. So I think the pat is not on my back, madam. It is for all the karyakartas out there. So a lot of people have toiled. So he was just saying that you have put a lot of hard work. The cadres have put a lot of hard work. He was very happy. So I was clarifying this somewhere also that it is his way of showing his support to all the karyakartas through me. And Modi ji, like, he always keeps setting the bar. Maybe the next video, if you see,
show me that video. Next. See this video. Okay, he's saying something, and you're saying yes, and then you put your hand out there. So, most people were saying that's something secretive. And then I said, okay, my first reaction was, this is Annamalai ji's training as IPS officer. He's closed his lips so that no media can find out what he's seeing, no lip reading. This is your IPS training that is happening out here. So while we could figure out that Modi ji is saying bahut badhiya in the earlier video, what Annamalai is saying, nobody knows in this.
Madam, I don't know, it's a great privilege to sit with Modi ji and to just pick up that nuances, fine points. And it's so amazing. He sits in the stage, looks at people, and the kind of reading he does, just looks at people. He knows exactly what is happening. Energy, from where they have come, women, children. And I am really amazed by his eyesight. And many a times he finds out somebody in the crowd he will ask. A small child, a placard. something that is kept, even we can't just read what is happening. He will read, he will say what is it. So Modi ji is very, mind is always there. It is just there. It is there in the crowd. It is there in that area. And he will keep pointing, observing why somebody is standing. For example, that video is all about at the back, there is no covering and the hot sun. Is water being provided to them? And looks like there is a holding area. Is there enough entrances that is kept for people to walk in? So you'll be so amazed. A prime minister coming, sitting, and immediately his eye scans everything, sees whether everything is in order, people are comfortable. And this was more about whether people are given water there, the shade is not there, and looks like there is some hold up. So I don't know, madam. It comes only with Modi is Modi. There's no comparison. I don't know, madam.
Okay. In Coimbatore, he's been to Coimbatore before. For BJP, Coimbatore is in a very important place. I mean, with what happened with the blasts, the serial blasts, for them it has been very important. But now, it's when we are looking at your constituency, DMK did not give the seat to the alliance. They have kept it with themselves. So how are you going to work out? What is your alliance? Has it fallen into place? The alliances that
alliance has fallen into place, madam. All 39 seats we have declared yesterday. In the sense which is going to what party. BJP has declared the first list of candidates. Next will come soon. And we are ready. We are going to the battle. Absolutely ready. Now DMK played a very interesting game. So they knew that BJP is going to come hard. So they replaced the communist candidate with themselves, because communists will never leave Coimbatore. For a long time, Coimbatore has got communist MLAs. For a long time, it is decades.
Yeah.
For the very first time, DMK has taken that seat back, because DMK believes by sheer muscle power and money power, they can take that seat away from anybody who wants there.
Yeah, so I had this, the data in case, so it's BJP, the Coimbatore seat 7 times, the left has won, Congress 5 times, DMK twice, BJP twice, and AIADMK once in the elections in the past, ever since.
You're right, yes.
In that. So, but it's BJP has been second placed 3 times, 2019, 2014, 2004, these things. So yeah, you were saying, sorry.
Madam, like 7 last many times is communist, continuously. 2019, 2014 it is continuously a communist seat, except 2014 when ADMK won a 3-way fight. And this time DMK is brutally confident of its money power. They're coming to the battle only with money power. And we have to understand, madam, there are some seats in Coimbatore which are marker seats, in the sense, when we defeat somebody there, we are not defeating a candidate, we are defeating an ecosystem. And the whole ecosystem is at you. In Tamil Nadu, when the political change has to happen, you have to defeat the ecosystem. The candidates are mere tools of an ecosystem. And Coimbatore is one such seat, where the ecosystem is at play. And they'll completely come. The communist ecosystem is there. The DMK ecosystem is there. And
why has it taken you so long not to build an ecosystem of your own?
It is there, madam. 98, 99, if you see, it's a BJP seat. Then Coimbatore is also a very complex seat in a way. In a 3-way battle, it can go any which ways, because every party is strong there. Every party has got a certain assured vote base. So this time we are very confident that we will go one up, for the simple reason our development has reached last 10 years, be it the industry, be it the beneficiaries of Coimbatore, and Modi ji's visit, being the roadshow recently that happened in Coimbatore, massive roadshow. A very emotional outpouring by the people who came there. So this time we are very confident that we should deliver it.
So this road shows that Prime Minister Modi has now, if I was to play the devil's advocate, he had these even in Bengal, and huge crowds came even for him there. Somehow Rahul Gandhi had his Nyaya Yatra, and before that Bharat Jodo Yatra. Crowds were there too. But with Bharat Jodo, the crowds came, but they didn't vote for Rahul Gandhi. So somehow, Indians I think the crowds come, but vote, you can never be certain. There are many other factors that come into play, isn't it?
No, ma'am, I'm not denying that, but we have to understand when Modi ji comes as an opening batter, when he scores runs, just play a cricket analogy, IPL is starting today. When he gives you 200 runs in 30 overs or 27 overs, then the rest is you have to manage. When you have to reach 350, all is asking you manage 150 on your own. So that is the election management, meeting people, make sure people come out and vote. Make sure our narrative is right. Make sure our booth at the ground level is strong enough to meet all the voters who vote for BJP, bring them. So it's everywhere it is like Modi ji delivers, he opens, he gives you a sound boat to stand and fight. So the Coimbatore is one such thing, Tamil Nadu is one such thing. The rest is election management. And states like UP and Madhya Pradesh with multiple winning elections, a cadre is built, leaders are built. For them, management is like a second skin. And for parties like BJP in Tamil Nadu, we are just learning, and the leaders are coming in. They are getting exposed, and we are also becoming smarter, getting adapted, learning from our mistakes. So that's how I will say, madam. Everywhere Modi ji gives you that opening push, and be it Bengal, be it Tamil Nadu. But this time I'm confident that we have done our hard work over the last many years to build a strong team to capitalize Modi ji's charisma, vision, energy, and translate to what. The second part is more challenging. That's the challenge, madam.
When you did the Padayatra, you had 200 days, 234 constituencies. What were people coming and telling you in that? Did you feel between last year and this year in your interaction with people, did you see any change? Was it because firstly now everybody knows who you are? You've traveled the length and breadth of the state. Did you feel any change? What did people come and tell you?
I felt a lot of change. One, people came with a lot of, madam, demand, in the sense that only to family people they demand. For an outsider politician, they don't demand. You do this, why it is not happening, why you should do it. So, more like a demand, which I felt very happy. So, not from a request or not from an expectation, they went into the demand stage. I'm expecting you to do it, you should fix it, or your party should fix it. That we felt is a big change because they accepted us as one of their own. So this shift is more important. Unless they accept you in politics, madam, they will see you as like from agent and manager relationship. So it is more about accepting you as one of them. Second, madam, this is the party's Padayatra is a unique yatra because it is not a straight line yatra, meaning that you start from point A and then you walk in the road, you reach point B. This is more, all 234 you go, stay for a night in 234. Predominantly, we must have stayed in 113 constituencies, 113 different places. And people see only the yatra, but we don't do 3-4 things apart from yatra on the same day. We meet a farmer, we go to a beneficiary's house, maybe have a food, talk with them, then meet the local groups. It could be a self-help group, it could be an NGO, it could be an auto driver union, it could be a business trade union group, or it could be a professional group. Sit with them, 150, 200 people, 1-2 hours you talk. So what it happens, madam, it roots the party to the ground. Your party gets rooted. And more importantly, wherever we go, the new people join. Or the old people, the previous cadres get energized. So now, this yatra, we took as an opportunity to introduce all our leaders to that public. So we want to give confidence to our leaders. Look, there is so much crowd coming in for us. And you just have to be confident of yourself. So multiple things the yatra achieved. So if I have to put it in one line, that they accepted us as one of their own. That is very important. And this yatra has made it happen.
So I think what you're saying is that the curiosity over you and your party is over. Now it is, you see, because there is something called muscle memory also when you go to cast your vote. For so long, the muscle memory has been DMK, ADMK. Right? Now, to change that, it is not enough to find out about the party. You need to know about the party. So has it moved from curiosity stage to the demand stage, and you're confident enough that it can break the muscle memory?
You're right, madam. One, now BJP is not a party that is not to be treated well in Tamil Nadu. So that is gone. That we have crossed it long time back. Now stage number 2, accepting BJP as one among their one. Stage number 3 is evaluation. Oh, BJP is here, DMK is here, ADMK is here, let me evaluate. So this election is more evaluation. Next 28 days, with a honest, open mind, they're going to evaluate 3 parties. Because when the evaluation stage is not there, you are only in the stage 2, just consideration. In the voting stage, you are not there. So this time is so important because our candidates matter, our manifesto matters, our narratives matter, because we have come to the evaluation stage now. So the very first time they do a sense of balance. Where is BJP? Where is them? Where is them? Oh, Modi ji is there. So Modi ji is great. But still through this candidate, can I get what I wanted for my constituency? So all those things happen. That is why I keep telling our people, look, Modi ji is an opening batsman. He has hit 6s and 4s. And he has given you 200 runs, he has gone. And again, he'll come back. But 150 is you have to score. And with all your hard work, we cannot just say, oh, Modi ji has come and everything is happening. Well, he has done his work. Now in the evaluation stage, we have to do our work. That's how I will put this election, madam.
So if you're doing your work, how many seats do you see?
Madam, if you want to ask me a number, I would say double digit, very honestly.
Okay.
And because BJP for the very first time, we are contesting in 19 on our own. 4 alliance parties in our symbol, meaning 23 in Lotus. And 16 alliance partners in their own symbol, they are contesting. 3-way fight is an interesting 3-way fight. You might ask me why 10? when there is a strong third party, in a three-way fight, that is how the party grows. In a two-way fight, it is impossible for a third party to come in and make a mark. In a three-way fight, we believe that we have votes of our own. Maybe if 15% vote 10 years back, maybe 20% vote couple of years back. Now the 10-20%, the curious, the neutrals, people who are watching, and they are shifting to BJP. So I'm very confident. In a three-way fight, I can confidently predict this number. In a two-way fight, I might not be this confident, even within an alliance.
Since last year, you've been saying that BJP needs to have a footprint of its own. We can't keep riding on a regional parties thing. Yes, have an alliance, but we can't keep riding on their thing. We need to have our own footprint in the state. You've been saying this for a year. You said this in the podcast last time also. But tell me now, is that dream is getting fulfilled, in the sense like one saw it in Uttar Pradesh, right? That it was either BSP or SP. Somewhere BJP carved a niche of its own, moved. Is that the model that you have for Tamil Nadu?
Yes, madam. Now, what is a brand identity? Every party, what is a brand identity? Tamil Nadu, when people should differentiate, you ask a common man, Anna, what is DMK? Three things in his mind, her mind, maybe a sister or mother. What is ADMK? Three things in his her mind. BJP, three things in their mind. So unless you don't give them the option of having three things for BJP, what will BJP do? Immediately they say, oh, BJP comes, they'll remove alcohol shops. When BJP comes, they'll treat temple goers with respect. When BJP comes, no corruption. These three things, if it doesn't go to the top of the mind recall, there is no way, like you said, in the muscle memory, BJP is there in the voting. So all the hard work is to say Tamil Nadu BJP stands for this, and this. They have to remember. Only then, in the evaluation stage where we are now, they'll say, oh, DMK comes, I'll get this. ADMK comes, I'll get this. BJP comes, I'll get this. For that, it is very important. You got to stand away from all of them and say, look, this is me. And you should give people a honest reason to vote for you, madam. And people will vote for you when they see a honest reason.
So the three things that the DMK will say is about the BJP, which, see, how to beat the BJP is fear factor. I've seen in many election campaigns, regional parties use fear factor. What I see happening is the three things which if I was to just pick three things, that they will change the constitution, and there will be Hindi imposition. I'm just randomly picking.
Yeah, madam.
Hindi imposition, change the constitution, north-south divide, your identity is finished.
Correct. I am very happy, madam, that this is what I was telling, that BJP should have a similar band recall to counter this. Let's imagine you are with a big alliance partner, you're traveling with them. So where is the niche for you to counter this? When your alliance partner for the last 10 years also says, I don't want three language, I want two language only. When your alliance partner also tells, I don't want a new education policy. When your alliance partner also tells, South is not being taken care properly, we are getting less share of taxation. And you are with that alliance partner. So it is a mixed message you delivered. 2019 was not a great year because the message was mixed. And our language and our alliance partners' language were very different. And when Prime Minister 2019-20 says, please learn three languages, third language is optional. You pick anything you want. When Tamil Nadu has got so much linguistic speaking minority, Coimbatore, predominantly Malayalis. Of course, Tamils, but among the non-Tamil speaking, predominantly Malayalis. You go to Chennai, predominantly Telugu speaking population. Go to Krishnagiri, it is Kannada speaking population. So there is a huge people who are there. But when you're an alliance, you don't have that niche to communicate what you want. So the only option is, we have become aggressive in the last 2 years to communicate, okay, North-South party, who's Annamalai? Who's this guy? Who's the other party guy? Who's your district president? North-South, what has happened? When Modi ji is coming, Sengol is there, so much honor is given. Modi ji himself is coming, talking about Tamil pride. Is it North-South? No, 28%, 28 paisa only we are getting. What about 72 paisa? Again with data you present. What is this new education policy? Again you present. So now, for the very first time, the countering is happening. Till now, the countering was not, people tried their best. But when with the bigger shadow, with the smaller shadow, whatever you speak, people don't listen to you. The bigger shadow, they will listen. That's how I would say, madam. The second one, every election for every party, there is a positive effect, there is a negative effect. Of course, the positive effect is what I said. BJP comes this. For the opposition to say when BJP comes this says, it is also you have to counter that parallelly. So we are very confident we have countered that. The Padayatra was an example where you meet millions of people. You speak this in the public forum. You put it on, you bear it out. You put everything there, your heart and soul. You say, look, everywhere you speak. Not only one speech, multiple speeches in a constituency. And you give an opportunity for people to come and see you closely. And people should not see this is some behemoth. People sit in Chennai and big leader, many leaders. People should come see in the soil to see what is this party. Oh, they are also like me. They are also normal people. Because ADMK and DMK, specifically DMK, they grew in a very different style, madam. Kalinger Karunanidhi, for whatever we speak about him, he walked, he travelled, he slept in the roadside areas. He travelled, he took money, 1 paisa, 10 paisa, 1 rupee, 2 rupee. That's how the 1949 to 1967, the growth happened. They went to all villages. They lived very simply. And that's how the initial ADMK founders also lived. So what happens? The first impression is the best impression. They have seen them. Ideology could be bad. What they spoke could be debatable, could be argumentative. That is different, madam. But they were sons of the soil, completely rooted. Even Mr. Periyar, when we don't agree with many things he says, but people felt Periyar is living the way he wants to speak. I am a harsh critic of Periyar in many ways. Now suddenly Udayanidhi Stalin comes and speaks the same language. People say, no. Your father, your grandfather lived out with me. So whatever he spoke, right or wrong, I listened. The initial Periyar lived with us. Whatever right or wrong, I'm listening to them. So their growth phase is completely different. Now the chance we see is the third generation, fourth generation, even Ivory Tower. And you speak their language. So that is where BJP has to go to the ground. Now to counter it, we can't sit in AC rooms. You have to be in the ground. In fact, after the election, the party were very clear. The phase 2 Enman Makkal Yatra. That is going to be very different. That is our plan. Just stay in the village. Don't come out.
So you think that the same thing which Periyar spoke or which Karunanidhi spoke about Sanatan Dharma is being spoken by Udayanidhi or by Stalin himself, and it was acceptable when Periyar spoke it and when Karunanidhi spoke it, but not acceptable when they spoke it, but the message is the same?
No, madam. What I'm trying to convey is, when Periyar must have spoken 100 things. 100 things. Caste inequality, social discrimination, temple entry, blah, 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 100 things. In that, 30 things could be downright historical. Downright historical. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, he wrote a letter to Kamarajaraya, Chief Minister. He called Periyar ji as a lunatic.
Yes.
Lunatic. Downright historical comments. A Prime Minister has to write to his own Chief Minister from the same party, saying that put him in a lunatic asylum. So that kind of obnoxious things were spoken. But still people did not revolt. Now your counter question should be, yes, why Tamil people did not revolt? They should have revolted in 1950 or 55 or 60. Because normally when somebody is in the ground, being with people, they speak some things which we don't accept. You forgive and move on. It is not that you accept what they speak. But you look at other positive things, you stand with them. That is how the grassroots leaders are treated very, very differently. Because even 2-3 comments are obnoxious to you, still you forgive and move on. It's okay. You will not speak the same language of Periyar. Tamil Nadu never spoke, the common Tamil person never spoke the language of Mr. Periyar. He never went to a street and said, oh, bring Rama, I am going to Cheppal Rama. No, that is a language that Dravida Kalagam spoke. So the point I am trying to communicate, madam, since they were in the grassroots and the ground, in their early part of life, whatever historical comments they spoke, it was ignored or forgiven. Or people felt, I'm not going to react, maybe I'm not interested, I'll move on. But I'm going to see the other things. That's how they were able to gain a foothold. Now, Udayanidhi Stalin comes. Same actor, golden spoon, comes in the ivory tower. You speak the same language, I'm going to annihilate Sanatana Dharma. That is why you see the revolt. Why suddenly a common man speaks Sanatana Dharma, madam?
Is there a revolt?
100%. 100%.
I'm seeing more happening in rest of the country, but in Tamil Nadu, not so much.
Madam, let us not go by the media, madam. Now media ecosystem is just 1% of the whole thing. And the media ecosystem in Tamil Nadu, we all know for a fact how it is very different from the rest of India because it is all controlled by a group that is trained by this so-called the Dravidian ecosystem, specifically the DMK ecosystem. They live as editors in many places. But many people, honestly, inside the media, they felt revolted, but they can't go against the input or output editor who controls what should come. But for a common man, why did Udayanidhi Stalin apologize, madam? It is not because the pressure that came from the rest of the country. No, it is the pressure that came from Tamil Nadu itself.
Or was it India Alliance that said that don't say this?
No, that is one. But DMK is one party that will not listen to them. If you look at the DMK's history, madam, when they say something, it is not in DMK's DNA to take it back. Not in DMK's DNA to take it back. Now they know that common people murmuring, common people talking, they get feedback. Vel Yatra, again I'm giving you an example, 2021. BJP did a Vel Yatra, but then Tamil Nadu President Muruganji, one Vel Yatra happened. Immediately, Stalin said, I am also taking a whale, and they're gifting whale as a spear.
Yeah.
They're gifting it to him for one continuous month. He was getting whale as a gift from all DMK. Now, what I'm trying to convey, madam, now DMK is understood very cleverly in the last 2 months. Oh, the politics have shifted. It is not that what my grandfather spoke, the same language I cannot speak. What Anna spoke, I cannot speak the same language. Now, this is one generation that is seeing these people as elitist. It is not seeing these people as on the ground. That is why you see every day there is if somebody speaks bad about women. Madam, Tamil politics for a long time, it is a politics that was based on vulgarity, especially the DMK politics. If you look at their old stage speeches, if somebody is playing a record now, 60s, 70s and 80s, oh my God, it is so bad. The caricature, the characterization of women is so bad, it was accepted by the DMK crowd who come and sit there, not by a common person. They attract the DMK crowd, they come, they clap and go. In Tamil we say, Oruvanukuruthi. For every person, there should be one other person, meaning a male, a female, a male. Oruvanukuruthi. For each husband, one wife. For each wife, one husband. That is our dharma. But DMK went against the Oruvanukuruthi concept itself. So everywhere they make fun of it, joke about it. And Kalaignar Karunanidhi himself sits in a stage when one of his wife is present, he will make fun about the other person. We have seen, you can play videos, I'm not making anything up. But why suddenly there is a revolt? Because now a new generation of audience, a completely different people in the social media who watches no more the DMK audience. So they come and so the social media age, the elitist image, everything, that is going to be the death knell. So we just have to be patient. The ground is changing. We have to just read it properly. And I cannot speak the same language of, now, what is this, madam? North, South. I gave you 100 rupees. You gave me 28 rupees. That is the DMK's main plank now.
Yeah. But
that is their number one plank.
Congress is picking up in Karnataka also the same thing.
That is the main plank. But I can assure you in Tamil Nadu, this is a plank they tried in 1960s with Annadurai ji. They tried with all the leaders. They have thrown this chapel out. It's like an old chapel. They've thrown it. Now again they're trying to wear the old chapel. Old chapel will generally bite you. Now this thing, people of Tamil Nadu know, oh, it is 28 rupees is not the grant in aid that is given to your budget. There you calculate. What about people who get 6,000 in their account? What about the gas subsidy that people get 300, 400 rupees? What about the mudra loans they get? What about this? You calculate it. That is why Finance Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, on record she says, look, this is the money that has come back. This is the money. On record. You cannot just calculate the money by saying, this is the grant in aid I got through my budgetary support, and that is 28%, so I am going to make a narrative. But common people will ask, no, I am getting 6,000. Maybe that is not counted to your 28%. That is directly coming to me. I am getting a subsidy. I am also getting a 100-day employment wage, which is 100% given by central government. So this narrative is an important narrative that is coming now.
Are you able to emphasize, are you able to put your narrative strongly? Because for decades now, the narrative by the regional parties of the 4 and now 5 states in South India has been that we 4, now 5, are taking the burden of the Bimaru, the states which are backward. We carry the burden, we pay more taxes, and now if delimitation happens, we are the ones who are going to lose out because we don't have the population numbers. We met our targets as far as population is concerned. Now these states which have overpopulated, backward in their economy, they will take away all the benefits.
I'll take a little bit time to explain our and my point of view, madam. Madam, which is the number 1 state in economy in India? It is Maharashtra. Number 2, UPF, just neck to neck. UP claims it is number 2. Our state, we claim we are number 2. But we know that UP for a fact has come equal. It's a matter of 1-2 years, or it's a matter of the next published scientific data. Tamil Nadu CM claims we are still number 2. UP says we are number 2. Bengal, Haryana, Karnataka. If you look at all the growth engines, it's spread everywhere. There is a Maharashtra and the growth engine. Bengal is decelerating, but still it is holding on to some spot. And Indian map, anybody sees, they know. There is acceleration happening, there is deceleration happening. These are the only 2 arguments we can make with numbers, hardcore numbers. Now we have to understand a state like Tamil Nadu, it's a clear deceleration that is happening on all indicators. Now when they say, I don't agree with the current Finance Commission rules of devolution, now they have to understand, okay, fine, who created this formula? Country got independence, Madam Indira Gandhi, Gadgilji was there, late 1960s. It is the Gadgilji formula which came. They have to understand 60% weightage was given to population. 100% devolution, 60% weightage given to population. Then multiple finance commissions, when they came one after the other, 60 became 50. Even in 1990s, it was 50% population weightage. What is the population weightage now, madam? It is 15%. Now, who created the formula? I am not blaming anybody. A formula was created by a certain party in power at that point of time, looking at prevailing conditions. Everybody accepted. 60% weightage to population is 15% now. So we have to understand, we were at 60% once. I am not blaming it because we were needed to be at 60%. So after this, DMK was in power multiple times. When the population weightage was at 50%, DMK was at multiple times power. With them 10 years, UPA 1 and 2. Did they murmur or speak about 1 second saying, no, why are you giving population more weightage? You should give population less weightage. It is our government which balanced it out. Of course, population is a criteria. Because every Indian citizen is your citizen. When a goods produces somewhere, it comes to your state goods go somewhere. You get apple from somewhere. So we are not living in that age-old, the Russian model where this is my silo, that is your silo. That will not work. The second thing we have to understand, madam, 60% to 15% is a shift that has happened over the years. Now, when Congress came to power in 2004, the devolution percentage was at 30.5%. 30.5%, the indirect taxation, you were dividing to all states. 10 years you were in power, you made it only 32. 30.5, they increased it to 32. That is 1.5% increase when DMK was there in the alliance. Now, our government, Finance Commission, when we came, from 32, we have made it 42. Now, they have to understand which party in Delhi ruling the country, which party made it happen from 30.5 to 32, Congress 10 years. 30 to 42% devolution, it is BJP for 10 years. Now we have to understand, next Finance Commission is constituted now. The report is expected by 25-26. Now we have to understand, this might still go up. When the country is firing, economy is growing, when every money is coming. 42 might again cross 50, I don't know, madam, it is for the people. But we have to understand, it is on an upward trajectory. Where we started, where Congress was, where BJP is, 30.5 to 32, 32 to 42. My second argument. If you look at the third most important argument, madam. Now for the money to come back to a state, okay, I've given 100 rupees. In an indirect calculation, direct tax is something different. In an indirect way for a money to come back to state, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu politicians, especially Congress and DMK, you cannot have a very crude calculation. You cannot say, okay, I gave you 100 rupees. You gave me 28 rupees, which is the budgetary grant support in my budget. So I am going to calculate 28%. That is not. Because before Modi ji, there is no concept of direct transfer. This logic and formula can work when there is no direct benefit transfer. When DBT has come in, when central government account, directly I put 6,000 rupee into a farmer. Tamil Nadu, we have 46 lakh, madam. We let us calculate 46 lakh into 6,000 per year. And we have given 30,000 to each farmer over the last many years. They got 15 times of 2,000 each. Let us calculate that. Where is that money? When a smart city gets 1,000 crore, Tamil Nadu has got multiple cities. Where is that? So this is a new model where the center directly gives money. You calculate that also. So unfortunately, this conversation is not happening. You cannot calculate as a Congress government, DMK government to say the budgetary support is only my interest, not about Modi ji has built a Trichy airport, 3,000 crore, or he has opened a new thing. That, where is it, madam? Or the Gati Shakti is investing so much in infra directly, where is it? Or a Vande Bharat which is generating additional economy, where is it? Or direct beneficiary transfers, even 400 rupee to a gas subsidy, where is it? So that is why we have released a white paper, madam. We have released a white paper. Okay. It is there in our website. We have calculated everything together. And we said it is 11 lakh crore. 10 lakh 76,000 crore. We did a very minute 13-page document.
Is there
in our BJP website it is there, madam.
Has the DMK refuted this?
We have given a copy to Stalin ji. With the due respect, I said, sir, 13-page. You have the biggest economic advisory councils. You have Nobel laureates sitting with you. Please give their paper to them. Let them go through everything. Find out one error. This is our calculation. What Tamil Nadu has got. Then please revert back to us to say.
You know, you keep bringing out these DMK files, DMK file 1, because corruption is a big thing that you keep accusing the DMK of. So there's DMK file 1, DMK file 2, DMK file 3, where thousands of crores of corruption you're saying. Where is the delay in action? At the center, you have your own government, BJP government. Why is no action being taken? You're seeing the ED action on Kejriwal. Yesterday, he's been taken into custody. Why is there no action against the DMK if so much of corruption is, and you have proof of it?
Madam, the DMK Part 3 files, I'm just coming one after the other, madam. It's very important to us because the 2G verdict is going to come anytime. Last 5 days, the arguments are getting over. And CBI is presenting its side, and any time the verdict is expected. So some big names are there. Kanimulli, Rajaji, big name. Now we have released a tape. The part 3 is not about anything. In part 3 of DMK files, we have released a set of tapes to say how DMK has manipulated the whole process. If anybody has listened to all our series of tapes, ma'am, each file is doing one. Not necessarily every file is complaint. The third file is an ecosystem. Look, now India Alliance wants to come to power. Now, people of Tamil Nadu, before 2024 elections, we are telling you, if India Alliance has got any aspiration to come to power, this is how they were when 2G happened. Where Mr. Balu directly met the CBI director. The right date was decided. So, Mr. Karunanidhi's personal secretary in the phone talks to Raja, talks to Tamil Nadu intelligence. If they say, no, tomorrow ride would be a better day. Let CBI come tomorrow. If they come tomorrow only, the fishermen are fighting. So, we will mask that news. And fishermen's news gain prominence, ride will not come. There is one interesting tape where they say, the ride should happen at this location because we have planted some document, they can take that document only. And there is also a tape which says how should be the confession statement should be. You confess like this. So what happened? Even before the trial started, they were so smart. They manipulated the right. They gave certain documents which should come in the trial. They fixed up the whole process. Why 2G trial is taking so much time, madam? Where is the evidence? They are only going with money trial. The evidence is painstakingly built later. Now this series of tapes, T.R. Balu directly talking as union minister. Taking that, I have spoken to him, Raja, multiple calls. Talking to Tamil Nadu State Intelligence Chief Secretary of State talking to Tamil Nadu Intelligence, Chief Secretary talking. Oh, the Talaivar has said, leader has said, we will do accordingly. Now we are showing the whole administration is corrupted because there is no single leader there. 39 MPs, how will T.R. Balu will treat Manmohan Singh ji, madam? He will tell Manmohan Singh ji, I will not listen to you. I have 39 MPs, why will I listen to you? Raja ji, when Manmohan Singh ji writes an open letter to Raja, first come, first serve auction, I am not accepting. Raja says, no, my leader told. And in the conversation, you see everywhere it is my leader that keeps coming. My leader is Mr. Karunanidhi. So this is what India Alliance wants to portray before the people of India. No, it is not going to be a government. It is going to be a combination of people who want to loot. So that is part 3 episode. Part 2 and part 1 are more very direct. Madam, we have given 6 cases to DVSC, Department of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. And I can't speak about the central agencies. Whenever we make a copy to DVSC, it is also our duty to give a copy to the central government agencies. Now, we believe as a citizen of our country and as a Tamilian that whatever action that is happening, rights on Jagat Rakchakan, rights on this, a lot of money that is seized, money laundering, somebody is in jail now. So all those things, we believe a process has started. And we are also initiating this process as citizens. Because government and agencies, of course, you have a different relationship. It is not being in a party. It is not my duty to tell the government what to do. But I can only do it via DVSC. And 6 complaints are pending. Ma'am, the recent scam we have released, it is this Vesti scam. Madam, would you believe? You're giving you Vestis. People are getting this Vesti dhoti. In the dhoti, which has to be 100% cotton. The weft, you have two things. The Vesti will have 2 threads. One thread will be a polyester to hold it. One will be a cotton. So what they have done is, in this cotton, they have replaced it with 88% polyester. There alone, they have made 160 crore for the Vesti. We tested in a lab. We collected all the sample, gave it to DVSC. Next day, all 4-5 godowns, they have taken all the Vestis out.
Who were they giving the Vestis to?
To a people of Tamil Nadu. Pongal, the government will give free Vesti, more than 2 crore. They give Vesti and sari. It is that technical corruption. So which we have given to TVSC. Next day, all godowns, they went and taking the Vesti out. We have recorded that also. Now, madam, you have to understand, we are doing our duty very meticulously, religiously. Sometimes we expect actions to happen, which we believe is happening.
What will happen if you win and you come to the center? Who will do this work for you?
That is definitely not for me to decide. I am a Karyakarta. They told me contesting. And tomorrow they tell me you do this, I am doing. So I never demand, or that is not in my DNA. I am a servant of this party. And I always believe the party knows what it is doing. Because that is the trust we all have to have. My cadres have to believe in me. Annamalai knows, or the state president knows what they are doing.
But see, 2026 is
very crucial, very important.
So if you win and you come, let's talk hypothetical. If you win and you're moved away from the state, are the cadres strong enough to carry on this fight against corruption?
Madam, again, I will not get into what will happen post June 4th. And I just hope and pray that it's an important fight we have started. It's a principled fight. And I keep telling that I am not a guy cut out for Delhi politics. I keep telling this many times. But right now, they felt Coimbatore needs to be represented by a certain person, by a certain Karyakarta. Because Coimbatore is decelerating, the industry is not progressing. Communist MP who doesn't want development. Coimbatore airport we need to build. Coimbatore 6-lane highways we need to build. We got to remake Coimbatore as a growth engine. Maybe that could be the vision of Prime Minister. I don't know, madam.
When you were talking just now, you mentioned Raja. Suddenly why has he started making these kind of very anti-Sanatan comments?
He is a very, very interesting guy, madam. So anybody in Indian politics should learn from A. Rajaji how to do politics. When he's on the back foot, when the corruption is coming on him, he doesn't want people to talk corruption about him. He will shift it to Sanatana Dharma. So that press people will go and say, Anna, you mentioned about Sanatana Dharma. Annamalaiji said, what is your reply? So DMK is a master in manipulation. They are masters. Whenever issue comes, they are masters in diverting. Even the tape, very beautifully they say, the secretary to Honorable Chief Minister then, no, do the raid tomorrow. Because the Tamil fishermen are protesting against Sri Lankan Navy. If you time the raid properly, we would play in the media, the fishermen issue more and ride less. So they are masters, madam. So Rajaji, anybody from not belonging to Tamil Nadu, from outside, they are saying, oh, they know Sanatana Dharma is bad. They know it is not giving them any dividends. Even in northern part of India, even in Tamil Nadu, it is not going to give any dividends. But why are they still speaking? Because they don't want people to speak, 33 months, what have you done? Mr. A. Raja, you are corrupt. What about this tape? Please give answer. They don't want the narrative to go there. So that is why they have started 28 paisa, 28 rupee. Because, madam, you see, any government in power for 33 months, how will you run an election? I have done this for 33 months, people vote for me. Tamil Nadu, have you seen any chief minister or the minister over the last 3 months coming to the public and saying, I have done this in 33 months, vote for me? They will never say, because they haven't done anything. So people of Indian politicians should learn from Raja how to do politics, how to manipulate the mind.
But this is something which I've seen in many South Indian politicians, There's manipulating the media. In fact, in one thing, you got irritated with a person who asked a question because you said that you're looking at the phone and you're getting WhatsApp. That also happens with you, is it? That reporter is getting from the editor WhatsApp and then ask the question.
He doesn't listen to you, madam. Because the relationship between a politician and a journalist, it is very important because, madam, I have to listen to your question properly. I have to give you an answer. And your next question or something is based on my answer. You want to counter it or maybe other point of view. But what happens when you send a reporter with a purpose, just to ask bombard, just to say, oh, you have taken money from him, electoral bond, blah, blah, blah. When 7 questions are like that, and everybody now comes with an earpiece. Now, new thing is in the WhatsApp, you are there. People see the live feed sitting in that room. They say, ask this, ask this. They ask this, ask this. I'm like, sir, you listen to me. Is your editor more important? He sends questions to you. Because unless you listen to me, because your question is already answered by me. Because your mind is there. Because he doesn't want to listen to me. Because only that camera is carrying the feed to the control room. Somebody else is watching. So this has to go, madam, because the sacred relationship is gone. The relationship between a politician and a journalist should be on ground. It should not be in AC room.
What do you have to say to when Rahul Gandhi picked on a journalist recently and said that you are asking me this question, but it's not you, it's your Malik, your owner of your channel. They are the ones who are manipulating you. You are nobody. And kaun hai tumhara Malik? And then how many people from this caste, from the lower castes are there as Maliks of media? What do you have to say to that?
Madam, okay, the relationship between a journalist and a politician should be always in that room, in that ground. It is that beat guy who's more responsible and answerable to me. I am answerable to that beat guy because he is in that beat. For me, tough questions, anything you ask, as a beat guy, I'm willing to answer. Anything. I'm not going to insult you nor are you going to insult me because it's a sacred relationship.
Yeah.
But Tamil Nadu, it is completely editors who control it. These people in the front are very, very normal, humble, simple people who get 8,000 rupees. They come, editors will say, do this, do that. They have political connections. Tamil Nadu, because it is run by political channel, political parties. Now, answering to Rahul Gandhi, this is a completely different argument. Because my argument, because when you try to compare both arguments, it's a completely different argument. Now, Rahul Gandhi ji, one thing he has to understand, I think in some media conclave, a reputed journalist was telling, now you cannot expect media to do the role of an opposition, which I completely believe. I'm there. Media can ask tough questions as a media, but media cannot play the role of an opposition party. That is why political party is there, because the opposition party cedes that space to media and expect media to do all the hard work. It is not right, madam. So that is a very important distinction. What media will do? When there is 303 MP in the parliament, when there is some MP in the parliament, the coverage has to be proportionate, naturally. When you have governments in 18 states, when you have governments in 2 states, The coverage has to be proportionate. When I look at the media coverage in a control room, I say, oh, 70% coverage here, 30% coverage here. That is the news you are generating. A political party generates news multiple ways. Responsible opposition generates news. Government generates news. Now, media cannot come and say, they cannot come and say to the media, the political parties, oh, you are not giving me that big space. My space is only 40%. Why not 60% space? Normally, the opposition should be given 65% space in the media, whatever be that number, madam. The ruling party should be given little space. That's the general traditional Indian mindset.
But when it comes to Annamalai, at that time, national media is giving you certainly more space than they are giving Udayanidhi Stalin, or even Stalin for that matter. Don't you see that?
I don't see that, madam. I still believe national media, in a way, they are focused on national issues. That is very important. I represent a national party there. And naturally, maybe our views get more eyeballs because you are focused on national news.
Is it very personal, your fight with the Karunanidhi family? You called him Pappu of Tamil Nadu. You called Udayanidhi. Why do you say such things?
You are not, madam. I am not having any personal thing. You should listen to the kind of names they give me. Every day the minister comes. Dayanidhi Maran comes, somebody comes, ruling government. Ma'am, the law minister of Tamil Nadu, did you know what he said? Law minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Raghupati said, when India Alliance comes to power in 2024, what he said, when India Alliance comes to power in 2024, the first arrest in Tamil Nadu will be Annamalai. And Annamalai will be sent to Tihar jail. Who's saying this, madam? The law minister of the state. And one stupid minister says, Modi ji will be arrested. See, a sitting minister, he's saying. One minister in the state says, for which an FIR is filed in Delhi, I am a minister, I am keeping quiet, else I will cut him to pieces. This is the everyday language I have to fight. Now you should give me that courtesy to at least reply back saying that, who are you? That is a basic courtesy I need to reply back saying that, who are you?
Neen yaru.
I treat you like Pappu. Ninga yaru, ni yaru. I treat you like Pappu only because that is the kind of immature statements you give. How can they expect me to give a counter logic? When somebody says, I am going to cut PM to pieces. You want me to answer rationally, madam? Oh, no, sir. You can't cut PM to pieces. He has got SPG security. He has got 4-layer security. You are such some small man in Tamil Nadu. You don't even belong to the dirt that is in Modi ji's nail. So please move away. People want me to answer very rationally. Oh, Annamalai has answered very rationally. SPG, 3-tier security. How can you cut Modi ji to pieces? I have to reply in a certain way where they have to make sure next time the same language should not come in their mouth, madam.
So is it going to become that aggressive in the next couple of weeks?
I am very clear, madam. Anybody who touches Modi, I am not going to spare. My loyalty is to this party. My loyalty especially is to Honorable PM. And I am not a guy who will take very kindly. You attack me, you call me names, you insult me, abuse me, that's okay. That is number one. But you insult and abuse Modi. You just track all my 3-year statements, whatever it is. Modi abuse to me or to Tamil Nadu, I am not going to keep quiet. So we represent Modi here. And of course Modi ji is not going to speak. Modi ji has seen, he is only growing with abuses. So that is my Lakshman Rekha. You abuse Modi, I am going to hit back at you. You abuse me, I am okay with it, no problem.
So this firebrand, if I may call you, which is that people love to say this word, that the firebrand leaders of BJP from South India, there's Pratap Simha, C.T. Ravi, you, Tejasvi, all of you, very, very aggressive when it comes to your brand of politics. Is it not there?
Madam, I think everybody is unique in their own ways.
It wasn't there till 5 years ago.
I am not at all aggressive, madam. I am a very soft-spoken guy. Do I look aggressive to you, madam?
No.
I just get aggressive on some issues. I am very clear. My Lakshman Rekha, you don't touch. Modi ji, it's a red line. You touch Modi ji, I am going to come after you. And when you say lies continuously and when the media ecosystem propagates it, I am going to come hard. So these are my Lakshman Rekha. By nature, I am a very soft guy, madam. C.T. Ravi ji, don't even compare. So he's an extremely aggressive Hindutva brand icon.
Yeah.
And Tejasvi Surya also, he's a very young, dynamic, very powerful orator. He's also very clear about his vision, Hindutva, carries in his heart, very open about it, doesn't hold back.
See, like when I'm saying all this, I'll even bring up Shobha ji. Recently she said that, that people from North India are coming, raising slogans. Then she said people from Tamil Nadu are coming. Then it resulted in DMK saying this. While PM is making this effort towards Tamil Nadu, she says people from Tamil Nadu are coming into Karnataka causing. Now this Karnataka versus Tamil Nadu politics, then it comes to Kaveri. It will come to everything between the two states. Why is it that when elections come, it becomes so parochial, it is so Karnataka, it is so Tamil Nadu that they will fight with each other?
Madam, honestly speaking, when the comment was attributed to Madam Shobha Karandajali, immediately I called her. I just called her. I said, Madam, this comment is coming in the TV. I'm watching it. And what exactly did you say? As party colleagues, what exactly did you say? Madam said, no, I didn't mean it. If it has offended anybody, I'm very sorry. What I meant is the person who bombed the Rameshwaram cafe got trained in Krishnagiri forest. I meant it. And I would like to apologize also. Because what happens, emotional when you say something, sometimes the word gets misinterpreted. So it is very kind of her to immediately apologize to all Tamilians to say I didn't say it. I can only go by face value, madam. I promptly called up madam. I said, madam, I just want to clarify with you what is happening. And we want to understand, madam, the senior leaders who sit in union governments, they have a bird's eye vision of what is happening. And sometimes the word gets misconstrued, misconstructed. Immediately the apology. That is the matter is closed there.
Okay.
And I believe, madam, gone are the days when you see the parochial attitude between Karnataka, Tamil to say there is this red line, you don't cross, I don't cross. That is a red line they keep drawing.
Just explain this whole Kaveri river water issue. It's going to come up again because there is drought in many parts of Karnataka. And D.K. Shivakumar was on the podcast. He said, I'm not giving any water to Tamil Nadu. Now, what is this? I mean, since I began my career in journalism, since then this Kaveri river water issue is there. Why can't the two states sort it out? What is your solution to it?
But Mother Kaveri never differentiated even now she doesn't differentiate Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Mother Kaveri just flows and everybody is same to her. It just so happened in a geographical boundary, Mother Kaveri starts somewhere and ends somewhere. And the politicians of both states, they create ruckus for a long time. Now, madam, long history to it. Pre-independence, agreements signed, agreements not honored, dams built without permission. No, there is a lot of acrimonious nature to it. Karnataka being in the upper riparian state, Tamil Nadu being the lower riparian state. Karnataka wants to build a Meghadattu dam. We opposed it. Matter came to Delhi, Parliament. The minister has to clarify. Nobody can build a dam when the lower riparian state doesn't give permission. Now, madam, we have to understand, water in India is a perennial, long-going conflict between states. Not only this, Maharashtra, Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Karnataka, Goa, Tamil Nadu, Andhra. So, if you see especially the South Indian states where Tamil Nadu is one state, madam, with due respect to our state, we don't have enough water in our state. That is very unfortunate. No major rivers are originating in our state. It just comes from Kerala. Karnataka is predominantly the water flows inside. And you see our agriculture is shrinking. If you look at any data in Delta, for example, last year, the Food Corporation of India lifted, just one data I'm giving you, just to tell you how stark, even for Tamil Nadu it is. 8.25 lakh tons of food grains was lifted. Food grain meaning it is only rice, paddy. This year, same 1 year back, it is 5.25 lakh ton, meaning 3 lakh ton we have lost. Because water is a problem. Water is not coming. We have this Kurubai Sagubadi, it is shrinking. Delta area is shrinking. Delta means the Tanjavur part. Tanjavur part. Tanjavur part is the Delta area. That is where the Kaveri, after coming, broadens after Karur, then she goes and joins the sea. Now, Tamil Nadu, our demand is a very legitimate demand that drought year, non-drought year. There is a plan that was made in 2018 when Modi ji constituted the Karnataka, the Kaveri Water Management Authority for the very first time. Though the judgment came in the UPA time in 2008-7, nobody wanted to touch this hot potato. They felt, if I constitute this authority, Karnataka will not vote for me and all those things. But Modi boldly in 2018, he came and constituted. For the very first time after hundreds of years, we have a formula to say drought year, this is the formula. Excess year, this is the formula. Compensation, this is the formula. That is calculated scientifically. And there is no need for anybody to get emotional or fight, madam. It is a scientific process where the Water Resources Secretary sits, Tamil Nadu government, senior representative sits, Karnataka government sits, the CM sits. And they just have to go by that formula. When it becomes very parochial to say, maybe D.K. Shivakumar ji, Meghadattu, his constituency, his district, Bangalore rural, it has got a lot of symbolism where Mother Kaveri goes. He wants to make it a political issue and strengthen his base. But I don't think the whole of Karnataka feels Mr. D.K. Shivakumar's argument in this way. When D.K. Shivakumar says, I'm going to, in the election manifesto, Meghadattu Dam I will build. Then as Deputy Chief Minister, not even one drop of Kaveri. Then Siddaramaiah ji speaking the same language. Then understand, madam, if everybody starts speaking the same language, of course you go to Hosur border, madam, in Tamil Nadu, you stand there for just half an hour. You see thousands of vehicles going into Bangalore, thousands of vehicles coming into Tamil Nadu. The fruits goes, the vegetable goes. The software guys goes, people come. So there, Kaveri is one issue, main issue, of course. But these are also, can you put a stop to those people? We have a lot of Karnataka business, Kannadiga businesses thriving in Tamil Nadu. Hotels, businesses in Coimbatore, businesses in Chennai. Likewise, we have lakhs of our Tamilians in Bangalore and IT hubs. People live there. People comfortably live there. But they have to understand a parochial political statement shouldn't beat it. And I think it is not the old India where we were thriving on parochial statements and doing politics. Let us focus on other things. Fine. Drought here, yes. You have a problem, yes. Drinking water problem, yes. Agree. Nobody is denying it, madam. We all want drinking water sufficiently people should get.
So these kind of statements which are coming, is it just at the creme de la creme, it's just the top layer of politicians who are doing this, just emotional impact on the voters just before elections? Do you think that?
Somebody was telling me this very anecdotal story, madam. When we had this Krishna water dispute with Andhra, the then Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, without anything, just walked into N.T. Ramaraja's home for breakfast. And when the breakfast was offered, our Chief Minister said, only if you promise water, I will touch your idli. And I am your guest, you remember, you cannot say no to me. And the family member, they said, and finally, madam, this is all interpersonal one-to-one, madam. It is all politics at the top level. Politics at the local level is sometimes going beyond your parochial nature. I am giving you an example where it happened anecdotally. We had Krishna water, big issue. Now it is solved now, big issue. Kaveri is still an ongoing problem. Despite 2018 constituted, BJP government time, nothing happened. Water came, no problem. Suddenly Congress in the manifesto, they put it. BJP manifesto not there at Meghadattu. That suddenly they made it such a big issue. When they said the central government will take care of both the states, there is a formula, nobody will get affected. Now DK Shivakumarji wants to make it an election issue by blowing it up. Now what happens, madam? Tamil Nadu politicians has to react. Politics is a reaction game. When you don't react, your base will say, oh, you are not reacting enough. When he's saying don't build Meghadattu, minimum you should say, I will go and destroy Meghadattu. And one guy from Tamil Nadu will say, I will go destroy Meghadattu. The other guy in Karnataka will say, how dare you destroy Meghadattu? I will come and destroy that. So where is it going to end, madam? So it is all interpersonal. Why can't both the chief ministers pick up a phone? They are in India Alliance. Why can't they pick up a phone? Our chief minister went to Bangalore for the India Alliance meeting for 2 days. When he came back, the press asked him the question. Sir, did you speak about Kaveri water? And to him, he said, no, I didn't have time to speak about it. We had many important political matters to discuss. You should play that clip where Mr. M.K. Stalinji in Chennai airport says, we had many political issues to discuss. That is not important to us. It is all an interpersonal thing. India Alliance. When India Alliance, you are not able to solve it. How are you going to solve country's problem, madam? I'm just making a honest request to the India Alliance. When you're presenting,
are they going to come? Do you think that in Coimbatore, Rahul Gandhi will come and campaign against you?
100%. Rahul Gandhi ji will come to Tamil Nadu. I don't know where he is going to come, madam. Now, my only question to them: when you can't solve one state's water problem, how are you going to solve India's problem? 2G tape is one, where you take agency under your control. Now this Kaveri water dispute is one. You want to make parochial statements to... Ma'am, politics is transcending that parochial statements because you know it is not going to give you instant dividends.
See, the opposition says that there is no level playing field for us. The Congress is saying that they have frozen our accounts. The other accusation is that the governors are turning extremely political. You have one governor resigning and now going to fight the elections. You said, I will not comment right now because she's still the government. Now she's got the ticket.
Yeah,
she's
I have
fighting.
to comment now. I'll comment. Madam,
yeah,
please.
so she's contesting. Then there is allegation against the Tamil Nadu governor. He's not willing. The Supreme Court has said, what is this? He's defying... He's not allowing he's not allowing the oath to take place. So what is happening? Why? How is this a level playing field? Explain these points to me now.
Madam, 2-3 issues I think you have got together.
Yeah.
It's important that I differentiate one.
Okay.
Coming to the governors, madam.
Before that, you're not touching the idli. I can see that like N.T. Ramarao's house.
Madam, I'll touch idli.
Okay.
Madam, now, with respect to governors, I think R.N. Raviji, our honorable governor, is a very principled man, no doubt. IPS background, stayed in the field, Nagaland, Naga peace conflict talks and everything. Rule of law guy, very, very straightforward person. It's a very different makeup. Not a very political governor. He is like a straightforward, a governor who will follow the constitutional norms. That is how most governors are there now. So this is a shift from the previous era of Congress era where you had this very honest assessment and my honest answer, madam, as Annamalai. You had politics, somebody there, some caste, you want to represent somebody, give them a governor, just go there, be a rubber stamp kind of guy. So that model was nobody was making any comment. So that model people thought is a good model. Oh, governor has to just keep quiet and governor should not speak. That model is a good model. The previous British regent, now from there we have come to the governor model. Now regent, if you see, he was controlling, manipulating, stating that you don't have a son, you cannot be at this thing. We have seen all kinds of things. Now coming there to governor who don't even speak, just rubber stamps. Now looking at governors who speak their mind, Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu, the governor says looks UGC norm, this, that and everything. So
Missing in Kerala also.
Kerala also. So I don't think we should make a very harsh assessment to say, since the governor is speaking now, previously they are not speaking, so why are they speaking more? Previously they are not speaking doesn't mean they should not speak. So I'm having a counter logic answer.
But it's not the question of speaking. Is he not allowing an oath of office?
Now the second question. Second question. The fundamental argument everybody says, governor is speaking more. Now the second, the intricacy. Among the what he speaks, one speak you are mentioning is Supreme Court, Ponmudi ji and everything. Madam, Supreme Court is the highest law of the land. Everybody has to obey. And we all have to obey. And I believe there was a bit of confusion in Tamil media, in Tamil also, whether the sentence was stayed, whether the conviction was stayed or going to jail was stayed. So I remember I also gave a press meet after the Supreme Court judgment because the order came 2 days later when it got uploaded. I said, looks like the sentence is stayed. So, but still is an accused. That is what we were mentioning. When Supreme Court clarified yesterday that, no, we have stayed everything. Now I think it's a full stop. It's a full stop, madam. So I don't want to go one step further to say, since the Honorable Supreme Court has said, we have stayed everything, matter is over. Now, governor's letter very clearly, if anybody has got the opportunity to read the governor's letter to Honorable CM, he said, the sentence is suspended. That's how the governor said. Now it's clarified through the Attorney General and everybody that the conviction is also stayed. And the matter is closed. Now governor will act, madam, because the Supreme Court has clearly said the conviction is stayed.
And Tamilisai Soundararajan? Now
coming to Tamilisai Soundararajan akka. State president became a governor. The heart was always in politics. Not every governor's heart was in politics. For her, she was very clear she wants to come back to politics. And maybe 4.5 years she stayed as a governor. Maybe she felt the time is right.
Did she consult with you? Did she talk to you about the decision before? Can you tell us that?
I really don't want to get into that, madam. As a state president, my relationship with our governors who are formerly my colleagues, be it C.P. Radhakrishnan ji or be it, we had 3 governor people from our, I used to call sir and madam. The Tamilisai akka, today akka, till governor madam. C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, sir. He will shout at me, why are you calling me sir? I say, you are honorable governor, I will call you sir. Ilaganeshan ji, I call Ayya. Because for me, as a BJP guy, that sense of differentiation I do. You are madam. When I come, it is official business. I come as a courtesy, I talk official business to you, I go out. Because I believe I'm a police guy, a bureaucratic guy, administrative guy. I know how to behave with people. I don't take any positions very lightly. Since I know somebody, they're sitting in constitutional position. For me, I don't even get into their personal space. I maintain because somebody sees me. A Karyakarta will see how is Annamali Anna behaving. I can't go meet a governor and say, hello Anna, how are you? Welcome. So the Karyakarta will say, oh, the governor post is not important, it seems. So for me, madam, personally, that is why Tamilisai akka's thing, when they asked, I said, look, she is in government, I will not comment. That is a very honest thing. Now, after resignation got accepted. She called me, Tambi, I'm coming, I have to meet you. I said, please come, akka, we'll have a discussion. She came to the office, we had a discussion. And how to get back into the party, taking a membership card again, coming in. So I am only part of the whole thing right after the resignation was accepted.
See, from being a police officer to moving to becoming a politician, it requires a change in mindset. So when she becomes from governor to back to becoming politician, can that mindset change quickly?
A lot of mindset has to change because 4.5 years, you are trained in a certain way. Now suddenly you come and immediately you got to get into the politician's hat. But the sense of service is same in both the fields. The sense of service is same. And Tamilisai comes from a very legendary political family, in the field for 20-25 years before getting into governorship. For her, just a quick adaptation. I don't see a problem, madam.
Right. But I want to come back to that period. I know in the earlier podcast that I had with you, I discussed your life in the police service. There was this time when I was researching, I found one thing that, when you had written a letter saying that why you want to leave the police service, you said that you had gone to Kailash Mansarovar and something happened. I didn't speak to you about that. Right, so I just wanted to ask you what happened that time at Kailash Mansarovar?
Slightly longer answer, you should bear with me.
Please, absolutely.
Madam, one day my personal assistant in Bangalore, in Chikmagalur office where I was the SP, he told me, sir, there is this Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. The government people has to go as liaison officer. Would you be interested? I just looked at the paper. I saw, look, the date is over. We can't apply. For me, no Kailash, no Mansarovar, no idea what it is. That's how it started, madam. Then we didn't apply. Then one day, the PA told me, sir, since it is government of India, sometimes enough people might not apply, but still I've applied for you. You just have to sign it. The form you sign it, we'll send. It went. Then MEA has to decide who are the liaison officers. Initially, MEA said, I'm a sitting SP. I have to take leave for 30 days. It is impossible for a sitting SP where the government will give leave. Then they said that since we are looking at liaison officers, you might have to wait. Because you are a sitting SP of a district now. So will they give you 30 days leave? Somebody who was supposed to come in that batch, he couldn't come. Suddenly they said, there is a vacancy, will you come? Which is 2 days before. Then I went. So Kailash, I felt, is a calling to me, madam. It's a calling. It is not a logical thing where I planned, applied, interviewed. They selected me as a liaison officer. I went. Then it made me thinking, oh, it's a calling. See how the whole process happened. It is because the higher power wants you to come to a certain place. Get inspired. Get spiritually more open. That's how I felt, madam. But Kailash, okay, now you are a liaison officer of a batch, Government of India, representative. You have 40 people, 50 people. Recently, I was reading about Narendra Modi ji's journey in the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, which he took. Now, the strong sense in Kailash Yatra, anybody going as a liaison officer is kind of 40, 50 people in a batch. You have a richest diamond merchant of the country in the batch. You have a person who is participating in the Kailash Yatra by begging money in temples. Because they say for Lord Shiva, when you have to do a pilgrimage, one form of seva is to beg and come. You don't put your money and come. You could be a rich guy, but still beg. Sit outside a temple, collect money, alms. Using that, you travel in a pilgrimage. Remove the last set of ego, then go to Kailash. This is a very fundamental concept in our country, Bharat, where you shed your ego and go to Kailash. Don't go to Kailash because, oh, I will pray to Shiva. Shiva is powerful. He'll give me everything. So I saw both people in the same group. Somebody was shed everything, just normal. Our batch got so delayed because of inclement weather. A yatra which is supposed to be completed in 26, 28, 30 days, which took 57 days. Longest yatra of one of the batches. So many challenges.
2017, 18? No, 20.
This 2018, ma'am, the last
18.
batch. 2017, 18. Oh, this 2018. I think then the next year the visa got stopped because of Corona. The whole process was so inspiring. Day one, you go as a police officer, IPS officer, you go there, you want to control people and make sure everything is right and blah, blah. Then day three, your ego is also disappearing within you. The sense of surrender is coming. And there is a larger calling you are going. And everybody. And somebody has got a child back home, issues. Somebody's father died during the yatra. Still he doesn't want to go. And you are one satellite phone. People have to talk. You are stuck in a village called Gunji, the last border village in Uttarakhand. Food is getting limited. Chinese visa getting problem. Again, you come back, staple the visa, go back. So, the whole idea of the yatra, madam, it's transformative. In one line, it is completely transformative. And especially when you do the parikrama, when you go to Kailash and do the parikrama, my God, it's like, I don't know, ma'am, it's that small bit, the taste that you get about spirituality, that 1 second you get where you forget who you are, where you forget everything, you just dissolve into the larger cosmic thing. That microsecond, madam, just that microsecond. And you just dissolve. That is the blissfulness, the divine experience of Kailash. And everybody has to feel it. Maybe it happens during the parikrama when it is so harsh. The second day is so brutal. And it's very transformative. So the 57 days being there, madam, it gave me a sense of purpose. Ma'am, what happens? In my cycle, I used to ride I'm very fond of cycling in Karkala. Karkala,
Yes.
your hometown.
My hometown.
I ride 100 kilometers in cycle. 100 kilometers. Bicycle, 100 kilometer up, 100 kilometer down. So every day, minimum 15-20 kilometer, I bicycle in Karkala, every single place. I bicycle in Chikmagalur. A very favorite one. In my bicycle frame, I used to write something called Never Forget the Beginner Spirit, which I took it from Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong cycled in Tour de France. He wrote the sentence, never forget your beginner spirit. But what happens, madam, in our life, because of this busyness, because of being who we are, the so-called status attached to our heads and our thing, the beginner spirit gets clouded with so many artificial things that we never knew when it came to us. Because we never have the time to think about the artificial thing. So the beginner spirit what it is, why did you do something, why did you get into something, that gets clouded 5 years, 7 years. So Kailash gave me a very clear insight idea, a soul penetrating experience to say, what is your beginner spirit? It is to serve. Of course, you served in Karkala, you served in Udupi, you are serving in Chikmagalur. And are you feeling happy the more higher you go in police service? I felt the more higher in police service, I'm becoming a protocol guy.
The trappings of
Trappings of power, yes sir, no sir. And I am also becoming responsible and saying what I want. You're becoming closer to CM. Kumarasamy ji kept me very nicely. I kept me in his area. And he treated me very, very gently. And you're becoming a person of slightly into that yes man territory. You don't want to feel, the CM should feel bad. The DGP shouldn't feel bad. Your colleague should feel bad. Gone are that Annamalai, the initial days of Karkala ASP. Go there, do anything. Get that justice for them instantly. Getting angry. Madam, with all due respect, madam, getting instant problem solving. So Kailash told me, this is not you.
Okay.
You got to think. Are you happy with this? This is how you want the next 30 years of life to go. And with the due respect to all the great cops as IG and ADGP and DGP, they're fantastic cops we have who still maintain that beginner spirit with the due respect to them. But somehow I felt I have to do something more that is in sync with my beginner spirit, which is always change. I really did not know what to do. Because this thought keeps coming to me in 2015, 16, 17, occasionally, as an instant, as a sporadic thing. Then I will nullify that thought to say, no, you can't do that, keep quiet. You have gone past that to do something different. You are living a comfortable, salaried life. Only do what is right and wrong. So Kailash gave me, you have lost everything. You are like a beggar now in front of me. Old clothes you are wearing for the third, fourth straight day. Your beard is like this. There is no concept of looking at the mirror and keeping your face good. You are like a beggar now. You are shedding everything in front of me. Now do what you want. There is nothing to lose. Then I said, okay, I'm going to do this. But I'm going to do this in this window. I'm not going to hurt my wife. I'm going to convince her. I had a small child. I have to take everything into account. My parents, proper village. I have to convince them why I'm doing this. Friends, family. So I took time to tell everybody this is what I want to do. But every time they ask me, what do you want to do? I say, I want to do something in the grassroots. I'm going to start something. Be patient with me. Idea will come. Then the foundation happened. So this part we couldn't speak last time.
Yeah.
But it's a very penetrating, soul penetrating, life defining, that 3-4 microseconds of ecstasy, which you just feel in that, I don't know, madam, how to describe. You just have to be there to
I've
feel it.
met many people who have been to Kailash Mansarovar. They also say that we can't put in words. You have to experience it yourself to understand what it feels. But let me come back to that Armstrong cycle slogan. If you win in Coimbatore, how are you going to become beginner? You're again going to get the trappings, because again you will be, if you come to the parliament, if you're in the cabinet, of course Modi ji will take you in the cabinet.
Madam.
No, it's understood. No, you'll be vanquishing dragons and coming out here. Right? Vanquishing, I'm not calling the DMK a dragon. And immediately comment section says, hey, look at her, she's calling them dragon. When I say vanquishing dragon, I mean vanquishing people who are in power. If you come to the center and you win the election, become a parliamentarian, if you come to the cabinet, again it will be the same thing. Does that minister like me? I am MOS. Does my minister like me? Does Modi ji smiled at me today? Did he pat my back? All that will come again, no?
I'm not that kind of person, madam. And when Modi ji pats you, for me, it is not patting me, it's patting my karyakarta. That's how my mind always is. And have you have seen any change in me, madam? You are seeing me for 2 years. I'm still the same guy. I just don't change. And I believe power sometimes is a responsibility, sometimes is a burden. And a person has to navigate both. Many a time power becomes a burden because you are not able to speak what you want. You are not able to do what you want because you are restrained in your language. That's a burden. But sometimes you see responsibility more than burden because you can do wonderful things, what you are fighting for. When that moment comes, you can really change the pace of a civilization. Madam, this Coimbatore fight, Tamil Nadu fight is not one guy winning an MP. It's a civilizational fight for me. It's a civilizational fight.
That's a big word.
It's a civilizational fight. It is not that one guy becoming MP, some 10 MPs from Tamil Nadu. Do you think one MP from Tamil Nadu and 10 MP from Tamil Nadu is going to add to 400 and make a big difference to Indian politics? No. But even that MP is going to change the civilizational narrative of Tamil Nadu. When you're looking elections like that, these are all small things, madam. And Modi ji and the party knows exactly. Our party is very clear, madam. Where to keep whom, what is expected out of them, what problem they should solve, and where they should go in the next 5 years. For us, it is all problem solving. And Tamil Nadu's problem is too big a problem to solve. And Modi ji knows what best.
You know, I'm going to come to some nitty-gritties of politics from this larger discussion that we've had so far. On the CAA issue, you did comment that Stalin doesn't know much about it because the Chief Minister said we will not let it implement in this. But, there are people in the centre who are saying this is all posturing, which either the West Bengal Chief Minister said or Tamil Nadu Chief Minister said or anybody else is saying once the election is over, CAA will be implemented. Tell me one question which many people ask is why was Sri Lankan Tamils, why were they not included in this fast tracking of citizenship, those who have come?
Madam, I was giving some explanation somewhere also, madam. Now with respect to refugees, India follows this policy of a very unique policy because we are not a signatory to the International Convention on Refugees, 1951-69. And we don't send them back. We send them back when the situation is right. It is not that automatically refugee comes in, you grant citizenship. And Sri Lanka right now is a secular country, meaning that it is not a single-list constitution, not a single-list country. Of course, people might make certain comments. I'm not getting into that. I'm talking of country per se. Is it a republic, Islamic republic, or is it a single-list republic? Is it this, is it that? And anybody who goes to Sri Lanka, you will see there will be a Sinhala, there will be a English, there will be a Tamil. Everywhere, and Colombo to Jaffna, everywhere.
Yes.
Of course, the spirit is not being maintained. That is always my complaint because the 13th Amendment which came is not being in right spirit. Ma'am, the problems of Sri Lanka are something different. So that should not be equated to the problems of Afghanistan and Pakistan and Bangladesh because entirely different sets of problems. It is still a constitution where a Tamil is sitting in Sri Lankan cabinet. Right now we have a Tamil guy. Again, Sri Lanka, you have two different sets of Tamil people. One is the Northeast Tamils. One is the Malayaga Tamils, the mountain Tamils. So, Northeast Tamils also sit in cabinets. The Malayaga Tamils also sit, which means they run governments. They are part of the government. The problems are getting sorted out. So, that we should not in any way confuse the four countries together in one bunch to say things are same. Things are different, madam. Second, now with respect to Sri Lankan people who came in, they came in because of civil war. Very gruesome, very brutal. Right up to 2009 it went. And many people have gone back. Many people are in camps. And people are in camps for anybody who's outside Tamil Nadu. They're like, oh, camp, it is locked. They are inside. They will not go out. Hey, everybody's out. You have passes. You are just a camp person, meaning you work in software companies in Chennai. You study in some of the best schools. You go there. Government takes care of you. It is not that you lock them and say you don't go out.
It's not a detention camp.
Not a detention camp. It is just a camp. The central government and the state government enables them to have a place. Of course, they have driving license, they have a lot. But citizenship also, they go through the 11-year process. 14-year, 11-year you should be in the country, you get citizenship. But in this religious persecuted community, it's a fast tracking to 5 years. 2014, December 31 you came. 2019 cut-off year. 5 years I'm giving you. The 11 years to 5 years is one-time pass. 2014 whoever came, one-time pass. Now, Sri Lankan problem has to be solved. The BJP Tamil Nadu's viewpoint is their citizenship should be fast-tracked. In a particular way. We can fast track it. And there are many children born in our country. Parents came here. They could be given a different treatment. And of course, we have taken it with our Honorable Home Minister, sir. He is also looking at all possibilities to see what is there. But putting them in one basket is not doing justice neither to Sri Lankan Tamils or justice to the Pakistani.
Is the CA valid at all for Tamil Nadu in that respect? Why did Stalin say this?
Okay, if you ask me, is there any refugees from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan who came in? I haven't seen anybody.
Okay, why did Talapati Vijay also say this?
No, this is their political narrative. They don't even understand, madam. They don't even understand what is at stake. Your people who are already there, and they don't understand from 2019 to 2022-23, CAA is actually implemented properly in 7 states, 32 district magistrates. Thousands of people got citizenship. The Home Secretary was empowered. Now a rule has come which is applicable to all parts of India. They don't even know that. And they don't even know CAA is a postal department is one main agency which collects the data, collates the data, and there is an online form. They don't even know state government doesn't have a role. Now these are political posturing. You come, you don't even understand what CAA, don't even understand citizenship. They don't even understand the citizenship of this country has changed 3 times. It is not CAA amendment in 2019, 2005 major amendment. 2003 major amendment, 1980s major amendment. Ma'am, 1950 to 86, One way of citizenship. Born in country, gone. Then father born in country. Mother or father not a refugee, not an alien. The citizenship process of this country has changed multiple times. 1950 to 86, one lot. 86 to 2003, one lot. Citizenship by naturalization, one way. By birth, one way. 2005, person of Indian origin. Again, we prevented Bangladesh and Pakistan, one amendment. But people understand it's an evolution process.
So the idea is that while the changes are happening, it is becoming more and more anti-Islamic is the charge against what the BJP is bringing about now.
Let us imagine there is a Pakistani Muslim who wants to become an Indian citizen. Is Indian Citizenship Act preventing it? No. If the Indian Citizenship Act is preventing the Pakistani Muslim by becoming an Indian citizen, then I agree to your point. Right now, a Pakistan Muslim, today he decides, I like Modi ji, I like Bharat, let us imagine Stalin, or I like him. I am going to become an Indian citizen. He can very well come, but he has to go through that process. 14 years, 11 years in the country, become a citizen. Now, people don't understand this concept. Where is the prevention happening, madam? Who is stopping? This is a one-time pass for the refugees who have come in pre-2014, staying in camps. By December 31, 2014, they have come. They're already in camps. For them, like one-time lottery or one-time pass. 5 years you have stayed, become a citizen.
Do you think that they will pick this up, the DMK will pick this up in the election? It doesn't matter at all to Tamilians?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Okay, since I spoke about Islam, let me bring this one part about your life again. When you were in Udupi, it is said that you studied Islam and you read the Quran and you read the Hadiths. What led you to reading this text?
Madam, there many of our Muslim friends were kind enough to invite me to mosque, and especially the Ramadan time when the 2.5% zakat contribution when it comes, they used to contribute rickshaws and a lot of other material things to women folks. So 2-3 times I went to the mosque to distribute it. They're very kind, very, what to say, madam, extremely kind to me in allowing me as the SP of the district to come and do that honor. At the same time, the ISS recruitment was happening when this was also parallelly happening. And Kundapura, Udupi, the Kerala side, this side, the recruitment news was coming. People going to Turkey, Syria, and all those were coming. So I took that very big extra effort as SP of the district along with our police force to make sure that no radicalization is happening. Because you know that hot belt, Udupi, Mangalore, Chikmagalur, very hot belts, Karwar. Because I always felt the Kerala model should not get replicated in the Karnataka, especially in the coastal part. So we took that extra effort to meet the scholars, talk to them, make sure that nobody gets radicalized. It's just a small thing. One preacher says a wrong word. Somebody keeps getting attracted to an online hate speech. So that evoked a curiosity in me. And being a mess secretary of previously also in colleges here and there, I used to see my friends fasting because you have to arrange food for them at 4:30 in the morning. And truth is, I used to go and check whether the food is proper, it's hot. That also gave me a curiosity. That point of time, somebody eats before sunrise, then after sunset, full day, people don't even swallow. I had some couple of my friends who are so rigorous in their fasting, they don't even swallow their
spit.
They don't even swallow. And that gave me a lot of curiosity and interest to study what is happening. And of course, Hadith, different versions, Quran, you read this, then online, help of a scholar. This is out of interest, madam. I believe being a good Hindu means you should appreciate a good Muslim and a good Christian and a good Parsi and a good Buddhist. That is how I see. And being a good Hindu, you don't appreciate the other differences that we have or the other commonalities we have. That doesn't make me a good Hindu. So everywhere I'm extremely proud of my religion. And Iftar, last 3 years we are hosting Iftar.
The BJP unit?
Yes, Tamil Nadu BJP unit. We officially host Iftar.
Okay.
And people say, BJP is hosting Iftar. I said, so what? BJP hosts Iftar because we have a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters in our party. And people say skull cap. I said I will not wear a skull cap. Neither will I tell my Muslim friends to wear a vibhuti. Because if I wear that skull cap for that 110 microseconds because I have to come in photo to say that, you are my friends, I don't want to be that kind of politician. I follow my religion all 365 days. I respect your religion all 365 days. That's how the mutual bonding between both of us as brothers and sisters. And you want to wear one skull cap with due respect, which is very sacred to my Muslim brothers and sisters, just to come in the photo to say I am with you, which means I am demeaning your religion. Madam, again, going to a mosque, I follow certain precautions. Anybody who goes to a mosque, you should ask them. I can't spell it out in this mic. And first time when my friends took me to a mosque many years back, they told me I have to follow a certain precaution. Keep yourself clean. And of course, I'm not going to spell it out. And how you keep yourself clean. I respected it. I did it. I went to a mosque. And even when I do it, out of respect, I do. This is the ritual you follow. I follow it. And that I'm not going to come out in the open and portray to say, oh, Annamalai wear a skull cap instead of mask, so Annamalai is respect your religion. No, madam. That is where it has brought the country here. 70, 80 years of doing this nonsensical appeasement. And saying that, oh, Modi ji doesn't wear a skull cap means Modi ji is anti-Muslim. That should be the biggest joke of 21st century.
So when you go back now to Coimbatore and you start your campaigning, because you don't have much time, you're in the first phase. There, in Coimbatore, it used to be considered at one point of time a hotbed of recruitment and of radicalization of Muslims towards jihad. And you're going at a time when Ramzan is on. You're going at a time when campaign is going to be at its peak. How do you take the message of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which includes secularism, to the people of Coimbatore? What is your message going to be when you go there?
Not only people of Coimbatore, the whole of Tamil Nadu, madam.
Of course, as state
yes,
president.
Madam. They are seeing me for the last 3 years, who I am as a person, seeing the party. And of course, I'll be hosting an iftar, no doubt about that. We are doing it. We'll be doing it. Probably we do it in the last 2-3 days before their fasting ends in this month. And I'm not going to change because I'm a candidate. And because it is the same appeasement theory that goes in, madam. I have to be all 365, the same guy. People should know he is not faking today because he's coming as a candidate. So I am going to be myself. The same respect, the same love for all religions, and same curiosity. I always have curiosity. Every time I read a Bhagavad Gita, madam, every time I learn new thing. It is not something that is set in stone. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, I read it. But this thing is... No, every time based on the mental consciousness and my mind expansion, I derive some new things. That's how a religion always make me curious. Because a religion is evolving.
Why is it that your party members always make fun when Rahul Gandhi goes to the temple? You also go to the temple. He also goes to the temple. But you people, all of you, make fun of him. There are videos put that, oh, he's not really a bhakta. They make fun of him. What is it that bothers you?
A person like Rahul Gandhi ji, when he started the Bharat Jodo Yatra, there was a pastor sitting with him, such a controversial person in Kanyakumari. He says, our God is not like Shakti, our God is real God. And then he will listen, oh, okay. And then he comes. Last day of Bharat Nayatra now. And then he says, we want to destroy Shakti. I'm asking you with a lot of humility and politeness, madam. And you go to a temple. Everybody will say it is fake. And the pastor says, my God is real God, it is not like Shakti. And you should say, with due respect, pastor sir, every God is Shakti. Every God is Shiva, every God is Jesus, every God is prophet. If he says, I accept it. I want to destroy Shakti. Madam, this you do it, you go to a temple and you cannot become an Amar Akbar Antony just before elections. And people read through you. You become an Amar in one state, Akbar in one state, Antony in one state, depending on which state has got a character. And then you do Kailash pilgrimage right before 2019 elections. And then you say, I did this Kailash pilgrimage. What did Kailash pilgrimage do to Rahul Gandhi ji? If it has really done any wonders to Rahul Gandhi ji, I would love to see a different version of Rahul Gandhi ji.
But he is Amar Akbar Anthony all rolled up because he likes it. What is the problem with that?
But
people
you be Amar Akbar Anthony on all 365 days. You don't become an Amar Akbar Anthony only on campaign days. And you cannot just run away somewhere, campaign, you come, Karnataka, I go to Basveshwara Mataji, before elections I will pray, I will take Diksha. That is not, madam. That is not. That is your private thing. You keep it private. And okay, what about your next visit to Karnataka? Is it only campaigning? Only on the third day of campaigning you take Diksha? What about the rest of the days? So people want to see somebody who's consistent with their firm belief. You have rights and wrongs, you have firm beliefs, but be consistent in it.
No, it will happen, no. Vishweshwaraya is remembered once in 5 years only.
Yes, madam.
And Basava is also remembered
Once in 5 years.
Once in 5 years.
Tweet comes, respect comes, suddenly Hanuman thing, and then immediately, what did DK Shivakumar ji, madam, in the podcast, did you ask how many Hanuman temples he has built? Karnataka election, he said, no, BJP is accusing me of insulting Hanuman ji before Karnataka election. When we come to Bawar, we are going to build this many Hanuman temples.
They have no money left, Annamalai sir. Where there is no money in the coffers.
Madam, this is one beautiful state. Karnataka, the Congress government says, it is like Pakistan, madam, it has got their favorite theory. They put a gun to their head. The Pakistan government will look at America and say, if you don't give me money, I'm going to shoot myself. That is Pakistan thing. They say, if give me money, else I'll shoot myself. Americans used to give aid. Now the same Congress government in Karnataka is doing the same thing. You gave promises, you gave everything. Why do they want central government to support them for their promises, madam? You generate resources, you prove that with this promise you can run a state. Freebies and whatever it is. Now put a gun to your head and say, no, if you don't give me money, I'm going to shoot myself. Same Pakistan to America relation. Now Karnataka Congress to central government, they are doing it.
You think Siddaramaiah ji is doing this? You think DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah are like, we will blow ourselves up if you don't give us money?
No, that is what he's saying, separate state. What is that theory, madam? DK Shivkumar's
What?
brother.
It is not. Sorry, I want to defend Karnataka at this separate state business started from your state, Kanamalai sir.
Our state, separate state business, I never thought this disease will spread to Karnataka. I thought the DMK disease have been contained and we are doing our best to contain. Now, India Alliance, the disease of separatism is spreading everywhere. I am just looking at some, maybe northern part, some Congress guy will also speak. North is separate from South. Till now, South is separate from North. I'm expecting some Congress guy during the course of campaign to say, why you are only talking? I'll also say North is separate from South. The disease of separatism is spreading everywhere. That is very unfortunate to see.
They will ask you whether you want to be Prime Minister of Dravida Nadu. This will happen. This conversation will come up about separatism of South India because already it has started. It has started that we are being discriminated. South should cede. You've heard, Priyank Kharge has also talked about it. Udaynidhi. They're all stalwarts of this South being mistreated,
This election will put an end to everything, madam. Like one election of 2014 put an end to caste politics. 2019 elections put an end to even political parties joining together like in UP, but still BJP will emerge. Now 2019 elections will put an end to North-South theory, madam.
So in conclusion, I want to ask you two questions. One is on, there's this video which is doing the rounds. I haven't pulled it out as yet. Some of your friends or some of your admirers have put it. What is Annamalai answer on AI and what is Rahul Gandhi's answer on AI? And Shehzad came on the podcast and he said that when Rahul Gandhi talked about AI, he connected every network, just left out Cartoon Network, that's all. He put it all together. Whereas you gave this elaborate explanation about what AI is. Are you going to be using artificial intelligence in your campaigning this time?
Madam, I'll admit I don't even know what artificial intelligence is. Frankly speaking, I'm not a computer guy, not an expert to say this.
You're an engineer.
Okay, madam, I'm an engineer, but not a trained engineer in the field.
I
am a commonsensical guy who will foresee what AI is. When IIT students ask me, I said, look, I am not good enough to come to IIT, so today I was good enough to come and share something with you. That's how I started. And for a long time, I saw IIT from outside. Today, you guys have given me an opportunity to come inside. So in that context, because you have stalwarts sitting there, the professors of AI, I said, in my common sense viewpoint, I am going to predict how AI is going to be. That's my answer. And of course, Rahul Gandhi is a great man. He must have learned many things. So I left it to viewers think to see what answer is there. I am just a small man with commonsensical answer. If you ask me, do I know AI? I absolutely don't know what AI is. But I can predict what could be the future with AI.
But Modi ji used for translation. So will you be using...
Madam, that is
Are you using ChatGPT? Are you using any of that? I asked DK Shivkumar because I'm only bringing him up and I asked Madhavi Lata also, simply because they have come in the podcast, they have South Indian politicians. So I just want to know, South is supposed to be this extra tech-savvy politician. So I'm asking you, are you using...
Technology is a level playing field everywhere, but Modi ji is so relentless. Kashi Tamil Sangamam, he tried with 200 people, he tried a technology. Then, of course, in a larger thing, everybody need to carry that earpiece for real-time translation. You got 200 people is okay.
Yeah, but
it comes with a lag of 4-5 seconds, you hear it. Now, for a crowd of 1 lakh. Now, Modi ji felt, TK, now let me do a translation of my speech like usual. And let me quickly do an AI within maybe 1-2 hours of my speech and quickly put it in social media where it will percolate. So, Modi ji, he's trying towards solving that problem. He's taken one step. He tried. I'm amazed by his speed. You tried. Next, to make it there where everybody real time, maybe tomorrow with a phone, you carry your own earpiece, maybe 2 years from now, carry your own device, just put it. Cell phone, you connect to an app, just keep it and keep watching Modi ji when he's speaking in the stage. That we are going there, madam. We are going there in 2 years. And app, all of you download. Before coming to Modi ji, you keep a QR code, you just download it, cell phone. carry your own device, put it and sit like this. Modi ji will speak, you will hear it translated. But to reach there, you got to go through here, where right now it is coming in social media with the 2-hour lag. So Modi ji has got a clear plan. Though he never spelled out, as a common citizen, I am predicting this is where Modi ji is going. Now, of course, artificial intelligence is a game changer, no doubt.
Yeah.
This election, of course, technology is a major tool. Social media, analytics, Instagram, how you present your viewpoints to different sets of people. Mainly is using technology to combat fake news, deep morph videos.
That was my next question. I'm so glad you brought fake news too.
Fake news, deep morph videos.
Yeah.
It is going to come.
And you have first-time voters also, you know, a whole bunch. I don't know whether your constituency or Tamil Nadu, they've done any kind of research about first-time voters.
Yeah, many, madam. Yeah,
right? Now, those first-time voters, they may not connect so much with Periyar's ideology or the DMK ideology. For them, Modi is a new phenomenon,
You're
right?
You're right.
And Annamalai is also a new phenomenon. Between last election, you fought one state election, but you've not fought a Lok Sabha election. But you are a new person for them too,
True.
right? So, using new technology, using AI, combating fake news, these are all new compared to the last election, isn't it?
Madam, that's a big challenge for us, no doubt. And this time, I would say technology has to play a major role, not in disseminating information, but in preventing fake information. So this election, 2024 is going to be. For example, you see, ma'am, anybody can set a narrative now. When you have social media volunteers, you can set any narrative. But the problem is, when it becomes an echo chamber, India Alliance is becoming an echo chamber. Some arrest is happening somewhere. You want to say what Money Laundering Act is. You want to spin it out. You want to say this is it. And you want to hide out Supreme Court, summons, High Court, not giving permission. The arrest is happening in a certain way where the opposite person has gone through all the possible legal channels. It's not a one-day fight. It's a 2-year fight, skipping summons. So this is a longer narrative of saying why it happened. Or even in the Telangana case, why a leader was a longer narrative.
Yeah.
But I can't say this in 30-second narrative to say, oh, this person is arrested. You are trying to muscle a voice. So when it becomes a 30-second narrative, people will have doubts. Why somebody is arrested? When it becomes a 5-minute narrative, they know, oh, this much has happened. Now, technology is going to be a game changer between a 30-second narrative and a 5-minute narrative. That's how I see it, madam.
So I really look forward to seeing what your campaign is going to shape.
Thank you,
so shall I take a date from you when you're coming next to the podcast? It's taken you 1 year to come back.
Thank you, madam. Very
But
kind of you.
all the best to
Thank
you.
you, madam. Very
It's
kind
been
of
a
you.
pleasure, absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you so much for
Thank you,
coming to the
madam. Thank you,
podcast.
madam.
Thank you. Thank you for watching or listening to this edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. Do like or subscribe on whichever channel you have seen this or heard this. Namaste. Jai Hind. Click here to watch the previous episodes.